Okay, so there's our basic roughing, 3-axis horizontal roughing on the top. We rotated the machine and did the same roughing on the bottom. Okay, so let's take a look at what else we got going on here. We do have, let's go and turn the stock off for just a moment. Let's go back up to the top. We do have a chamfer right here that we're going to put on there. So we're going to go ahead and do a 2-axis chamfering operation. Let's go to 2-axis, and we're going to go to chamfering. And for our, just one second. For our chamfer curve, we're going to go ahead and select this bottom edge right here. Okay, right click. We're going to go to our tool. We've got a V-mill already defined. We're going to use that, a 45-degree V-mill. As you can see, the taper angle is 45 degrees. Speeds and speeds, clearance, excuse me. And
you're in the wrong setup, Don. You got to flip it back over. You're in the wrong setup, so you need to flip it back.
Okay, let's just drag that up there. There we go. Let's go back in there. And cut parameters, location cut geometries at the bottom of the chamfer. And we're going to do a max depth of 1/4 of an inch. We're going to go ahead and determine using 3D model for which side to cut. And we're not going to do any step over. For the entry and exit, we'll go ahead and do lines and arcs, but let's set the engage to linear. We'll do an angle of 0. What's going to happen is it's going to approach and engage directly on a linear path on both sides. So we're going to set this to linear, 0 degrees. And let's see what else we got here. We don't need any of these. Let's go ahead and generate that. Turn the toolpath on. So let's go ahead and play that, slow that down.
In reality, you really need to create another setup to reorient the tool back and not move it up to the first setup, because obviously you want to do the roughing first.
Mm-hmm.
And then
okay, we can add another setup.
Yeah, that's
just go ahead and do setup, and we'll just do another setup. Well, we can do would that be a rotate table or just a regular setup?
Yeah, just a rotate table back to 0.
Okay,
yeah.
Rotate it back to 0. Pick up.
No, yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Then I'm going to drag this down here and regenerate it. Okay. So we got setup 1, our default orientation, we're roughing. Then setup 2, it's rotated 180 degrees, roughing. And then we're going to rotate it back to 0 and then do our chamfering. Now, chamfering, you can also, if you don't have a chamfering tool, a taper tool, you can also do chamfering, obviously just 3-axis. We're going to show you how to do that. So we're going to go to 3-axis. We're just going to go to horizontal finishing. And let's remove those. And we're going to select this rectangle here. So we're only going to machine within that rectangle. Okay. Right click. And then for the tool, we'll go ahead and use our ball mill. For cut parameters, the tolerance is set to 1000. Stock is 0. Everything else looks okay. Cut levels, that should be all right, I assume. Optimize, we don't need that.
No, you need to define your bottom Z, otherwise it's going to go all the way.
Okay, so let's set the bottom Z, and we'll go ahead and set that to this point here. Let's set our object snap. Set the bottom Z, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. We may want to move it down just a little bit. We'll see how it looks. Optimize machining, we don't need any of that. That's fine. Advanced cup, everything is fine. Let's generate this. Okay, so there is a horizontal finishing. Obviously, if you want to get a good surface finish, you want to, tighten up that step down. So let's go ahead and tighten it up to say 0.05, maybe even more than that. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and let's drag this up above the chamfering so we can simulate that. Turn that off, and let's run that. Speed it up a little bit.